I know this video gonna make a lot of y'all mad, but I don't give a damn. This Charlie Kirk situation is starting to become very interesting. There's reports that's coming out stating that a lot of HBCUs are closing down because they are being targeted right now, and they are receiving a bunch of death threats behind this Charlie Kirk assassination. But my question to you guys out there that's doing this, what do this have to do with black people? Why are y'all targeting HBCUs? Because the last time I checked, and I don't know if you guys seen the pictures or have been watching the news, Charlie Kirk was assassinated by his own people. The same people that he advocated for took his life. So why I don't hear y'all talking about the white on white crime that's running rapid in this country? Because I'm pretty sure if this was a black person, y'all would be on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, talking about how black people are criminals, black people are animals, the 13% are committing 58% of the murders in this country. Y'all will be typing left to right, blaming black people, but I don't hear a peep about the white on white crime that's going on in this country. Because the last 5 mass shootings that's been happening, because one just happened the other day, has been white boys. So why I don't hear the narrative that we need to be focused on the white on white crime that's going on in this country? Because when that story got released and that video that got released the other day about that white man on the bus that stabbed that white woman, Charlie Kirk, Matt Walsh, all the people on the right, everybody on Twitter was blaming black people. That's what Charlie Kirk made a career out of, spewing this anti-black rhetoric. If you guys go to his Twitter and see his last 10 tweets, it's all about black people. He didn't discuss none of the issues that's going on in his country, especially that situation that happened with that random black dude on the bus. They try to lump all us in the same category as this one black person. Trump coming out talking about that this guy need to get the death penalty, these thugs need to do this. Are y'all going to have that same energy for this guy that assassinated Charlie Kirk? Because I don't hear y'all calling for the death penalty for him. I don't hear y'all blaming the white community for what he did to Charlie Kirk. And what he did to Charlie Kirk was disgusting, and I don't support it. But I just don't hear y'all running with that narrative. And the reason why so many of these people are angry and upset is because they can't mask their racism, and they can't hide their racism behind Charlie Kirk anymore. Because Charlie Kirk was the type of person that say the quiet part out loud. And now that Charlie Kirk is no longer with us, it's forcing them to the forefront. Because a lot of racist people don't want to speak out and speak on what they really feel about black people, because they want to keep their job. They don't want to get fired. And they want black people to still patronize their business. So that's why they support people like Charlie Kirk, Officer Tatum, the Cartier family, Candace Owens, these type of conservative figures, because they say the quiet part out loud. And that's why people out here losing their mind, screaming to the top of their lungs, because it's forcing them to have their own identity, and they can't hide behind a racist, bigoted like Charlie Kirk. And that was my biggest issue with Charlie Kirk, that he wanted to rewrite our history. He talked negative about our ancestors. Every chance he get, he want to talk about how black people are low IQ. We commit the most murders when white men commit the most crimes in this country. But he didn't want to talk about that. But now the narrative is, oh, y'all just mad because he told the truth. Charlie Kirk only told the truth to the uneducated, right? He only told the truth to people who don't know the truth for real. Because most of the shit that Charlie Kirk was saying was straight up lies. I agree with certain things that Charlie Kirk said, especially when he was talking on the Democrats and the liberals, how they're disgrace to this country, which I agree with. I believe both parties are a disgrace to this country. And I'm gonna continue to advocate for my people to be independent, because we don't need to be associated ourselves with either party, because it makes you radical and it will have you go out here and do extreme things like this guy that assassinated Charlie Kirk. Because on one hand, I hear a lot of people say that we in 2025 and people are resorting to violence because you got a difference of opinion. Yes, they is. Right? Listen, I agree with you. We shouldn't resort to violence, but y'all got to understand this point. The world don't owe you understanding. See, the world don't operate on how we feel. When you go out here in the jungle, you got to be prepared for war. Right? And I respect the fact that Charlie Kirk will go out here and he'll have the tough conversations, and you know what I'm saying, he'll talk to people face to face. But at the same time, you got to understand that the type of energy that you put out into the world, you got to be prepared to receive that. And that's when I lost respect for Charlie Kirk, because let me ask you guys this. What do you know Charlie Kirk for? I don't hear that, oh, he spoke the truth. What do you know Charlie Kirk for? What is his achievements? What have he done in this country to have the flags flown down and people targeting HBCUs, people out here protesting, people doing all these things? Please let me know. I really want to know. Let me know in the comments, because I don't know anything that Charlie Kirk achieved or his accolades. All I know him for is being a racist, out here spewing negative and bigoted talking points towards black people, which is not true. See, a lot of y'all want to believe these things about black people because it's coming from a white man. See, a lot of black people look at white people as a god. That's why you have these tethers and you have these black people out here crying their eyes out and they losing their mind because they look at Charlie Kirk like a god. And they want to believe everything that Charlie Kirk said was true. And they don't have their own way of thinking. They don't have their own identity. That's why I said, when you guys align yourself with these political parties, most of y'all are doing this because you are losers. You don't have your own way of thinking. Because I don't understand, why do y'all believe that y'all still need to associate yourself with a two-tier party who don't give a damn about you? The Republicans don't give a damn about you. You think they're going to give you the right to vote away their power? The people in power are going to always be in power. It don't matter who the president is. But you guys got to understand this. You can speak your mind, freedom of speech. But you got to understand that you have to be prepared for the speech that you are advocating for. Because people out here don't think like you. And you got to be out here. You got to be prepared for war. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video. Make sure you guys like this video, comment on this video. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm out.